Good morning. Welcome to Computer Lab Space. Watch my previous video on the simple examples on increment or decrement operators, that is type 1 problems, so that this video can be easily understandable. Okay. So let's start now. See, this was my previous video. Just kindly go through that. You will get clarification how to solve increment and decrement operators. So now we will start with the type 2 problems. Here a single variable, we are operating on single variable and assigning the value of the expression to the same variable. So if you watch the previous video, you will understand the difference between type 1 and type 2 problems. We'll start with that. Yes. Now, yes, if you check the same, I've taken the similar problems but assigning to the same variable. That's all. So already I explained this, but let's repeat this again. So plus plus A, it is pre-increment and pre-decrement. So since it is pre-increment and decrement, pre-decrement, the associativity is from right to left. Right? Pre-increment and pre-decrement associativity is from right to left. Now, A value I have taken 5. So from right we need to solve. So minus minus A, that means it is going to decrement by 1. So 5 minus minus means 5 minus 1, it is 4. So I'm just writing it as 4. And it is pre-increment. So the value is going to be incremented by 1 again. So 4 becomes 5 now. So 5 into 4. Don't stop here because the value of the variable a is updated by 5. So you are going to change this to 5 into 5. So it equals to 25. Okay, understood now? Is it clear? So similar way, we're going to solve with the next problem. A is equal to minus minus A plus A plus plus. Since it is post increment and pre-decrement, the first priority is given to post increment. Right? So based on that, based on this, the associativity, we are going to decide it, that is from left to right. So A value is equal to 5, and since it is post increment and we are going to solve it by left to right, we need to solve first, that is pre-decrement. Right? So pre-decrement, the value of 5 is going to become 4. Right? So 4 you are going to put here plus A plus plus A plus plus. It is a post increment. Since it is post increment, the value it is going to be assigned to the expression first and the expression is going to solve. Later it is going to be increment by 1. Is it clear? So 4, that is equal to 4 plus 4, 8. The value of A is 8 now. Since the post increment is not yet been performed yet, so the value of 8 is going to be added by 1 and the value of A becomes 9. So this is what the difference between type 1 and type 2 problem. In the first problem, we didn't get to notice that difference. Why? Because no change in the expression and we're going to assign the value, whatever the value we got, since it is pre-increment and pre-decrement, we are assigned to a variable itself. But here if you observe, we have post increment, that's why we notice this change. Is it clear? So a becomes 9. So if we assign to the different variable, for example, if the value has been assigned to x, so x is equal to 8 and a value becomes by 4 to, it is going to be increased by 1 and this becomes 5. Okay, in such case, but since it is assigning to the same variable a, this is what the difference. Is it clear? I hope it's clear. Now a is equal to a minus minus plus 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 a. By this time you will get to know what is the associativity, what is the precedence we need to take. Right? It is post decrement and pre-increment. So post decrement we are going to solve it by left to right, because the highest priority we are going to giving for post fix. Right? A is equal to 5 Since it is post decrement, we are going to assign the value first, so no change. 5 is going to be assigned, and it is pre-increment. Since it is pre-increment, the value is going to be increased by 1, and that is what? 6, right? 6, and the value of a has been changed to 6, and here it is going to also affect to this as well. So 6 plus 6, that is equal to 12, right? Since we have here post decrement, since it is post decrement, it is affecting the value. Okay, so post decrement, so post decrement means the value of a is 12. Since it is decreased by 1, the value of a becomes 11. So a value is 11 now. Is it clear? I hope it's clear. Now a is equal to minus a into a plus plus. So a plus plus, again it is a post increment, and we are going to solve it by left to right. Then a is equal to 5 minus a, we are going to decrease the value by 1, so it becomes 4 into, it is post increment, so no change in the value we are going to do, so 4 into 4. So what is the value of 4 into 4? It is 16, right? Now a value is 16, and we have not yet performed this post increment. So 16 is going to be increased by 1, that is plus 1. So what is the value of a? A is 17. Is it clear? I hope the problems are clear now. So we will take up with the next sample examples. We'll go for the next. So I have taken one blank slide. So just I'm going to give or take the type 3 problems where we are working on different operands. It is so simple. X is equal to 3 and k is equal to 2. So let's start. Y is equal to x plus minus k. It is so simple because there is no dependency between the variable. X is different, k is different, and it is assigning to a different variable. So it is obviously very easy. Since it is post increment, we already know the associativity is from left to right, right? So x value is 3. Since it is post, no change. So just assign the value 3 to the expression, minus k. It is pre-decrement. It is pre-decrement. So the value of k is going to be decreased by 1. So the value becomes 1. So what is the value of y? Y is equal to 2. Y is equal to 2. But what is the value of x and k? Right? X is post increment, so it is going to be increased by 1. So x value is going to be added by 1 to 3. So x is equal to 4, and k we have already decremented by 1. So k equal to 1. Clear? So same way we are going to perform we are going to take different examples on this. I think this video is helpful, as well as this video is interesting too. If you are struggling to solve the increment or decrement operators on different combinations. So let us take this combination minus k into plus x. Since both are pre-incrementing and pre-decrementing, how we are going to solve? We are going to solve it by right to left, isn't it? So k value, just take 2 and x value as 3 only, as like previous example. So minus k, 2 is going to be decreased by 1. So 1, since it is pre-decrementing, into plus x, it is pre-incrementing. So 3 is going to become 4, right? So 4 into 1, that is 4 only. So x value and k value, x is equal to 4 and k equal to 1. Is it clear? Is it clear? Then we'll solve with the next problem as well. Yes, let us take a combination of post increment and post decrement. Is it fine? So y is equal to x plus minus k minus minus. Since both are post, here we are going to solve it by left to right. So x plus plus, it is a post incrementing, so just assign the value of x directly. 3 minus, here this is also k minus minus, this is also post decrement, so assign the value of k before decrementing. So 3 minus 2, it is 1. So y value is equal to 1. But since we have x value 3 and k value is equal to 2, and both are post, this is post incrementing, right? So x value becomes 4 and this is post decrementing, so k value becomes 1. Is it clear? So like this, you need to end up the problem by writing all these things. Then only it will be clear. So let's take with fourth problem. Y is equal to minus minus x plus k minus minus. So minus minus x, so minus minus 3, it is a pre-decrementing only, right? So since it is pre-decrementing and post decrementing, we need to solve it by left to right. So minus minus 3, that is 2 plus k minus minus, so no change in the k value, just you are going to write it as 2. So 2 plus 2, it is 4. So y is equal to 4, but what will happen to the x and k value? So x value previously it is 3 and it is decremented by 2. That itself it is the final, so x is equal to 2, and k minus minus, it is post decrementing, so 2 minus 1, that is 1. Alright, is it clear? I hope the concepts are clear. I will come up with more sample problems like this, not only with the increment or decrement operators, even the other, like for example, we have not yet solved the problems on modulus operator or greater than, lesser than, equal to, like the relational operators as well as logical operators. I didn't solve the problems yet in the previous videos. So I will take up with these examples in my next video. Um, if you like my video, click on thumbs up, subscribe and click on bell icon for getting notifications. Thank you for watching. Take care.